So all we can tell you about both airports right now, it is a wait-and-see proposition.
And in any situation like this, you know the drill. Call your airline before you head up to the airport for any reason. You know, even if it rains a little bit, that's what we're supposed to do. So
places to go. That's probably been the biggest call. A couple of special requests. A lot of electricity calls. I still personally do not know all of what's happened with bringing electricity back up. I know that some neighborhoods have been able to come back at this point, but I do not know to what extent.
As a matter of fact, you talk about electricity.
The people of Allstate would like to express their concern for those affected by Hurricane Ike.
Totally underwater both northbound and southbound at Mount Houston. That's definitely causing a mess, so you're going to want to avoid that area. And to the south side of town, there's still flooding on Highway 288 both northbound and southbound between downtown and the South Loop. And the Gulf Freeway is shut down southbound between Highway 140
rated northward as well. Still have warnings in effect for a number of the bayous and creeks, including Lower White Oak, Middle and Lower Greensboro. Rain tomorrow, so we'll have to watch it. Basically, just kind of babysitting remaining flooding situation right now with the flood watch in effect right on through Sunday evening. Brian?
All right, thank you, Mark. And for the very latest from Mark Woolsey, stay tuned because we'll check back in with him coming up at 6:50. Apparently, KTRH's Michael Berry on the line. And Michael, I understand you have a report of some looting. What can you tell us?
Well, I just got through speaking to some Houston Police Department officers working out of the southeastern part of town, and they said there have been something like 100 calls for service just in the southeastern part of Houston. Stores that were closed, just one after the other, and these officers said this is just the beginning of it. They expect wide-scale problems with this through the course of the night, and obviously they're on it. They're back.
Michael, you were a city council member. You're a lawyer. What's the penalty for looting?
Well, you know, it depends on what you're prosecuted for. I mean, a lot of these guys are going to have criminal records already. They could be second, and if they're very unlucky or stupid, third-time offenders, they can do some serious jail time. But, you know, that just depends on how far along in the progress of their criminal career they are, to be honest with you.
You tack on that curfew violation as well, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to tackle on everything they possibly can, but the most important thing is to catch these guys and get them off the street. I mean, it's the scum of the earth that are out preying on businesses during a time like this.
Michael, with something like the curfew that's in effect, went into effect at 7 o'clock, in effect till 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, you know how these things work. How do the police officers handle this if they see somebody out, maybe who had to go to work and is just returning home? How do they differentiate that?
Well, officers are no different than you and me, Brian, and you know this. They're going to use common sense. And if you've got a good reason, if you're a critical employee, you know, I was pulled over a couple of minutes ago. I explained to the officers what I was doing. They sent me on my way. So absolutely, they understand that some people have critical functions. The point of the curfew is to say to people, look, if you're out joyriding, if you're just going to the store or go see your buddy, don't do it. We're asking you to stay off the streets, and it just gives officers an ability to enforce that.
All right, KTRH's Michael Berry there. Stay safe out there, Michael, talking about the fact that officers are already getting inundated now with calls for looting. Just not a good situation at all.
I hate hearing about that in the aftermath of a storm like this, because overwhelmingly the stories you hear are of neighbor helping neighbor. These looting stories are a small percentage, but it's also one of the main reasons they have a curfew.
Well, and I've got the images burnt in my mind of situations like Katrina.
Right.
You saw what went on there, and I don't want to turn on CNN or National Fox and see Houston making national headlines and see our community making news for that.
And the thing about Katrina is that overwhelmingly there, too, the stories were good, but the images that are burned in your mind are of the looting. So behave, Houston.
All right, off the soapbox, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to take more of your calls. You're going to be our reporters tonight, 713-212-5874, 713-212-KTRH, as we continue our live in-depth team coverage of the aftermath of Hurricane Ike on News Radio 740 KTRH.
Milo Hamilton for All Start Construction. It's summertime, spending more time outdoors. Wouldn't it be nice to improve that outdoor living area? Maybe add an outdoor covered patio, a conventional wood frame patio, a cabana-style outdoor kitchen for all those barbecues.
You work with one all-star rep, your contact from the original design concept to completion of the project. Call 281-847-0294 or allstarconstruction.com for a free estimate. Make the house you have the home you want.
Rates, policy forms, and availability vary by state. The truth about life insurance is that most people pay a lot more than they have to. Want to avoid overpaying? I'm Byron Udell, founder of AccuQuote. At AccuQuote.com, we monitor dozens of top-rated life insurance companies to offer you the lowest rates available. Since 1986, we've helped hundreds of thousands of people just like you save a fortune on their life insurance. For example, a healthy 40-year-old can protect his family with $500,000 of 10-year level term for less than $19 a month. 20 and 30-year rates are also available. And don't forget to ask us about the new term life policies that guarantee your...
I am still scared of him.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a tornado.
I know it wasn't. It was just a hurricane. Do you know what? It flooded our pool. Do you know what? The water was like this size. Right up there. And it even got up there a little bit.
Yeah. Put your shirt on, okay?